What's up, YouTubers? Serial Entrepreneur here for another episode on our YouTube channel. And as always, we're going to kick this episode off with something super interesting, talking about repurposing content. A lot of you guys ask me questions about, how to save time with management, how to save time with creating the content, because it all is very time consuming, right? We're going to teach you how you can save even more time outside of outsourcing to a social media manager. We're going to show you how to save more time just from doing something like repurposing content. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. Here we go. Alright guys, so thanks again for joining me. If you guys are new to this channel, I just want to say a quick welcome to you guys. If you're looking for anything on digital marketing, running an agency, e-commerce, working from home, being your own boss, entrepreneurship in general, even a little bit on investing, stuff like that, you're at the right channel. To everybody who is a returning viewer, welcome back. Thanks again for joining me. And I'm super excited to have you guys. We've been growing really quickly over the last couple of months. So we're super excited at Serial Entrepreneur Academy. We have a lot of new stuff going on, but outside of that, let's just go ahead and hop right into the content. So, repurposing content. Why is this important? Guys, number one, it's going to save you a ton of time, okay? If you're out there trying to create original content again and again and again, I'm sure you guys have figured out how hard it is to actually come up with something that's just completely original, never been done before, right? So, that's where repurposing content comes in. It allows you to take one content article or video that you put together and then replicate it several times over and then cross-post it across all of the different social media platforms that you run. All right, so let's talk about some evergreen content, because that is the first thing you kind of need to be aware of with regards to repurposing content. What is evergreen content? Basically, what that means is you have an article or you have a video that doesn't have any time restraints or constraints to it. It's easiest to repurpose because of the fact that evergreen content is something that it's always true. So you see right here, stands true, remains relevant always. So it's an article that is more general to the industry. It can still give really helpful tips. It still needs to be really useful, and it needs to have that utility that we talk about. But the other side of it is, again, there's no time period attached. So it's not like, the how to do it for 2018 or what you need to do this March to see success. It has no time frame to it. So you can consistently use it year after year after year. And as long as you're driving steady traffic to that article, or steady traffic is still coming into that article, that's called inbound marketing, you're still looking good. And you're able to take that and then repurpose it for other platforms. So let's look at how this would kind of break down. All right. Let's say we have a video that we created, right? And this video goes over the 10 steps to digital marketing. All right, we'll keep it related to my stuff this time. Let's say we do a video on the 10 steps to digital marketing. All right, and we just create that video. Well, we're going to take that video and we're going to put it out on YouTube. Okay, so we now have a video on YouTube. That's one spot this video now exists and people can watch it, right? Well, how am I going to repurpose that? Here's how. Facebook, we're going to take a 2 to 3 minute, maybe 5 minutes at the most segment of the most interesting part of that video. All right, well, the part of that video that I think the most people are going to want to see, we're going to cut that down, chop it up, and we're going to post that video to Facebook. 5 quick tips, maybe the 5 points in the, copy. That's it. Cool thumbnail. Boom. Now you've got a post for Facebook. I'm going to take that same video that I just did for Facebook, and I'm going to cut that down into anywhere from 15 to 30 seconds of a video of the most important thing in that article. The absolute most important thing that anybody should know from getting that article. That's what I'm going to put in that Instagram video. Now I have an Instagram post. We've done YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. You can take all of those things that you just did for Instagram and Facebook, and you can syndicate it across Twitter, Google+, LinkedIn. You can do it on Pinterest. You can do it anywhere. All right. So now you've syndicated all that content across all of your social media platforms. Now, what else can we do? All right. I think you guys are starting to get what I'm trying to say here. So we do the video. Now what we can do is take that video and we can write a blog article based on that video, and vice versa. If you write a blog article, you can create a video. This is what we're doing right now. So I always tell you guys this. We have the article. If you want to read a fuller, in-depth description of what we're talking about in this video, you can visit serialentrepreneur.academy and get the whole blog article. The link's in the description below. See, this is what you guys need to do. This is what repurposing content is. We've already written a blog article about it. Now we're putting out a video about it because why? Video is the most important type of content in a content stream. engagement. So we're putting video together about it to get more engagement. And then we're going to take it and syndicate it across all of our platforms. At some point, if you don't see this video on YouTube first, you will see it come across Facebook. You'll see it come across Instagram, Snapchat, maybe at some point. You'll see it come across Twitter, and it'll say, you know, a quick little snippet of that video, and in the copy it'll say full video at this link. And we're driving you to the blog article, not the YouTube channel. Why are we doing that? I want you guys to think about that. Why would we drive them to the blog article, not the YouTube channel? Because the blog article, we just embed the video in at the top, and it's on our website. The goal is always to get them to the website, not another social media channel, because they're not purchasing things from your YouTube channel unless you have one of those like subscription channels that you can run. All right, so does that make sense for you guys? So that's all social media, stuff like that. Now, let's go into the third part. So we're going to get rid of this. You guys can watch it on the replay if you need to. So what's the third way to kind of repurpose some content, all right? Or what's another way you can repurpose content? Where's my marker? There it is. All right, how can you repurpose content? Number 3, email. And this is a big one, guys. When you're building email automations, that's the hard thing. You're like, well, damn, what am I going to write about in this automation? Or what am I going to do for this campaign that I'm about to send out? Well, this actually is where it makes it easy. If you're writing blog articles on a regular basis, you have stuff to talk about. So all you have to do is go into that blog article, and you're going to, instead of saying, you know, just a typical email like, hey guys, just wanted to update you, this is our blog article, we just put this out. What you want to do is create an enticing subject line that says, you know, 5 tips to get 20 more customers today. That would be the subject line. And then in the body of that email, you would put those 5 or the first 3 points, right? You give them 3 points, and then the other 2, you say, click here to view the last 2 points, and then you take them to the blog article. Do you see what I'm doing, though? But you take what you wrote in the blog article, and you use it in the email content, and then you drive them to your site. And then you have conversion. That's all it is, guys. Repurposing content is one of the best things you can do. I think you're starting to see why. It's because it's so easy, and it gives you so much content to work with, because everything that you do can be used 5 to 15 different times depending on where you're disseminating the content, right? So that's email content. Super easy to do. If you're building an email automation and you have, you know, like for me, I have email automations for landing clients. Okay, that's one email automation that we run. How do we do that? Well, I have like 5 to 10 different blog articles and videos that go over landing clients. So all we do is create a content series that goes out to people who are interested in landing more clients, and it sends them those emails. And all those emails do is direct them to a blog article, a YouTube video, something like that. And that's it. You guys do the same approach with your clients. Now, make sure they're spending enough. You know, all of this work, you know, that we're talking about here, if you're to do it on all their platforms, they better be paying for it because it's worth it. You're going to make them a lot of money. You do all this right. So let me see. The next one, number 4. So we talked about email. Number 4 is going to be ad copy. All right. And if you're starting to understand how we're repurposing content, then you'll understand how we're going to do it for ad copy. All we're going to do is, you know, if you guys have seen my Facebook ads funnel video, right? You know, at the very top level, the first tier of ads, the cold lead generation, traffic generation ads, we use blog article content or video content to entice that person to click through and go view something on our website, right? So that's all you're going to do right here. With the ad copy for your funnels, you're just going to take this and you're going to take an article that you've already written. So it's going to be a blog article or video. All right, you're going to take that blog or vid, and then you're going to send ads to it, or you're going to, you know, take out the most important parts of this blog or video. You're going to use that in the copy, and then you're going, and as well as, you know, some other copy techniques, and then you're going to take that copy, direct it towards the blog or video on your site. That's it. Now we've made a good ad, at least the first part of the ad, right? Okay, so that's ad copy. So really quick, I made a list of the do's and don'ts. So that's basically it. You know, you can easily use this for any other type of advertisement that you could possibly think of. Mostly it's going to come down to social, email, and ad copy. Just because SEO isn't really a content-driven. It's content-driven, but you don't use content to do SEO, if that makes sense. If you know what I'm talking about, if you know SEO, you know what I'm talking about. All right, so these are really the main areas you use to repurpose content. Now, let's talk about some of the do's and don'ts. All right, do's and don'ts. Let me go through this list. And again, if you guys want to see the full description if you want to see the full description, it's over at our website on our blog at serialentrepreneur.academy. Again, description's in the link below, or the link is in the description below. You guys can check that out there. All right, so do's and don'ts. This is stuff you have to remember, okay? Do listen. Listen to your audience, okay? Repurpose content that they want to hear about. If you're just repurposing the content that they didn't engage with, there's like, if you have, with me, I have 7 to 8, maybe even 9 or 10 different areas of content that we focus on. It's actually probably about 9 or 10. 9 or 10 areas of content that we focus on. So if we put out an article for something once, and we notice that it gets really great traction, we're going to try and create another article that's somewhat similar but has a different perspective on it, or a different piece of value that we highlight in that article. Why? Because it was effective once, we're hoping it'll be effective again. And usually it is. If you're taking the blog article that got 3 views and you're trying to repurpose that, do you really think people are going to watch it to begin with? No, it's all about which ones are performing the highest. So listen to your audience, see which ones they engage with, which ones they comment with, which ones, get the most views, and give them more feedback or more content like that. A don't. Don't ignore feedback. It's pretty simple. Don't ignore feedback. Getting small. Feedback. All right. Don't ignore feedback. All right, let me read this part. If a popular post generated a lot of comments and feedback from your audience, take that into consideration when you're updating, okay? This also goes for choosing the right content to repurpose. Don't repurpose content that don't repurpose content that people don't like the first time around. Does that make sense? I know that's a double negative. I don't care. You guys get what I'm trying to say. Don't repurpose content that people already don't like, all right? One more do, or actually we have 2 more do's. Do, switch things up. Do switch things up. So what do I mean by this? Basically, find unique tags or platforms to repost your content and tailor it to each channel. So when you repurpose when we were talking earlier about the Instagram content, you're going to make it a little bit different from the Facebook content. The Facebook content should definitely be different from, say, the YouTube content, right? It should all be a little different. Don't just, copy paste everything if you can avoid it. I mean, obviously it's not going to, kill your business if your Facebook copy says the same thing as your Twitter copy, but it does make for better engagement if you do switch it up and try to make it cater to the platform that you're posting on. All right? So one other don't, pretend that was ugly. Your content is new or original. If it isn't, okay? Your followers have seen the same stuff you've seen, all right? If they're interested in a topic and you're the one promoting that, they've probably seen stuff like it. So if you're not the original creator of that content, don't try and steal it and make it your own. Don't plagiarize. If it's not yours, give credit to where, the people who created it. And that's only if you want to obviously avoid that. You don't want to drive traffic to their site. But what I'm saying is, if you're going to basically repurpose something that somebody else has already done and you're not going to make it your own, then you have to give credit. But my recommendation is for you guys to take a look at it, say, okay, where can we look at this and where can we take this and make it completely different from this, but still have the same overall general message, right? So that's what you guys want to look at there. All right, let's see here. Do update when needed. So I know if you guys have done some research for a Instagram posting platform, so you guys have probably come across a blog article at some point that showed you, a list of platforms to use for Instagram posting, and then it probably came, with like 3 or 4 more that were towards the bottom that have been updated, and it was in parentheses crossed out and said discontinued, right? Have you guys ever come across an article where, you know, it was a list of services or products, and then that product or service went away, so they came back and they scratched it out and said no longer available? There is content like that, and it's okay to update content. Sometimes people will still read that and find that valuable, but if it's not usable and you don't go back and update that content and make sure that they know, hey, this isn't working anymore, you know, it's gonna have an effect on your bounce rate or your exit rate, or why can't I think of it right now? When people exit your website, I can't think of the actual word for it right now, but you get what I'm saying. And I just repeat. You get. I sound like the pig. That was bad. All right, cool. Let's keep going. So you guys get what I'm saying. Basically, just don't pretend content is yours, and update content when needed. All right. So if it needs to be updated, or if it does have a timestamp on it, update it in some way. You can still keep that base article there. If the content still applies, but you're using a time frame, just update the time frame. That's it. So those are the do's and don'ts. Those are the what you need to knows about repurposing content. It's pretty simple. So you guys need to start implementing it into your strategies now. I'm telling you, like, you will thank me later because you'll see how much less work is involved. And it's even really great for making sure that, I guess the other side of it is, you have to understand that when you post something on one platform, like YouTube, it's not necessarily going to get all the traffic that you wanted from that first post. Everybody who follows your accounts or subscribes to your pages or likes your pages, they're not necessarily going to see it the first time you post it. So it's good to follow up with other platforms like Instagram or Facebook with a snippet of the video and say, hey, you can go check out the full video here. It's going to drive more traffic to that video, which adds more value to that video, more views, gives you higher search engine optimization with regards to YouTube or search engines. There's so many reasons why you want to be repurposing content, as long as, again, you're doing it the right way. So go over to SerialEntrepreneur.academy, check out the full article, because I guarantee you there will be stuff in the article that we didn't go over in this video that you'll want to know. Last but not least, guys, if you are wanting to get in the monthly mentorship program, where we do live trainings every single week on Wednesdays, anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour long, plus you get to keep the copy of the video, download it, and save it forever, so that way it's yours forever to listen to and look at for training, then you need to go get the mentorship program. And if you want to get in the mentorship program, all you have to do is look in the description below. We have a link for that program down there. I believe if you head on over to our Facebook page, our business Facebook page, which is also in the description below, it's facebook.com/serialentrepreneur. But if you head over to that page and click our See Offers button, you'll be able to get 50% off the digital or the monthly mentorship program. So don't miss out on these super cool benefits, because I'm telling you guys, all you need is the proper training, and you could start having the same success that we have at Serial Entrepreneur Academy, at Rest of Our Marketing, at my, I think it's 4+ students that are making over $10,000 a month now. 2 of them are making over $20,000 a month. Guys, you can start doing this type of stuff too. It's not hard. You have to educate yourself. So educate yourself. Do it. All right. Until next time, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Throw a like on there if this was helpful for you. And last but not least, leave a comment for me. And if you know something new about repurposing content that you think I haven't discovered, or maybe haven't discussed in this video, or something that you can teach me, I love being taught new things. So leave me a comment below if you can teach me something new about repurposing content. Thanks, guys. I will talk to you on the next video. Until next time, Serial Entrepreneur out. Deuces. Ready to start living the 6-figure work wherever, be your own boss lifestyle? Well, at Serial Entrepreneur Academy, we'll teach you how to use a laptop and internet to start your own social media and digital marketing agency. Get started with our free Facebook ads training. Links in the description below, guys. See you in the course. Serial Entrepreneur out.